a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Mitchell outside. Pass to Paul. Good. A tremendous three to tie it up.
No stranger to the bright lights. CP with the slow heartbeat on the big play.
Leonard Townsend. Oh, man. Wow.
Showing no hesitation, and in a huge moment, Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
Mitchell outside. Oh, wow. A huge basket to tie the game. And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Now, Doncic. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Pass to Johnson. And the call will be against Kevin Garnett. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
At the line for Louisville.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
Well, they're up one. You just hope that missed free throw doesn't come back to haunt them.
Out of bounds, Louisville takes possession.
Oh, come on. You cannot let that happen in this situation.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
And here's Louisville. It's a one-point game. And Embiid throws it down.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
Timeout call. Louisville. Pass to Oden. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Leonard. The three for Doncic. AT that time from Curry.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Leonard on the wing. Pierce inside the three-point line. And Leonard stays with it.
And the work rate that Kawhi shows on every play never takes a moment off, and that can lead to second chance opportunities. And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Louisville passing it around. Back to Pierce. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Garnett. Right side Pierce. Shoots from the corner. Rebounded by Oden.
And that's what he wants back. Just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them the lead. Tipped away. And taken away by Johnson. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Wade. Pass to Curry. Now Wade. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Stewart. Money! And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
Here's Doncic. No good from three-point territory. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Personal foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
At the line for two, Breanna Stewart.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game. Timeout call, Louisville. 1 second left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. What do you think, guys?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
Substitution for Louisville.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. We've got a unique game for you here. Some collegiate players added to the regular mix. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. Going to be Louisville off the tip. Curry attacking, and the jam by Stephen Curry.
I mean, he is so lethal on the drive. Once Curry knifes inside, there's little you can do to stop him.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Curry can't get it to go. Maxey looking it over. To the paint. Here's Mourning. The rebound by Oden. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up to Louisville. Stewart misses. To the wing right side. And they double up Maxey. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Oh, put that man in the dunk contest.
Now here's Wade. Stewart in the corner. From downtown, the shot's good on the assist by Wade.
Can't fall asleep guarding Stewart from downtown. He has range that you simply have to respect.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul. And here's Louisville. Outside Curry. To the middle. Here's Johnson. And slam dunk by Johnson.
Well, you can't teach the athleticism displayed there by Johnson.
Here's Maxey. And the rebound goes to Louisville.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
A great job on the assist, scanning the floor and finding that open look.
Maxey into the lane. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Incredible the lift off the floor, the creativity in the air. Highlight real effort there by Maxey.
Stolen by Wade. .111 left in the first quarter. It's stolen by Johnson. For the finish. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Well, credit to Johnson for making the steal that got them started in transition.
That's the Morning. Backs down the three ball. Morning's got 5 points so far. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for New York.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Stewart. Louisville, no good that time either. Here's Maxey. And it's a great finish!
Oh my gosh.
And Maxey's guys encourage him to attack whenever he can because his first step is so explosive.
Here's Shepard. And again, it's New York.
That is a tough shot.
Pass to Johnson. Back to Curry. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for New York. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action in just a minute. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Now here's Brunson. Five to shoot. And Brunson throws it down.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Stephen Curry.
Paul for three. It's rebounded by New York. Curry with it. He's picked up by Paul. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker. But Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
Here is Shaq, following the score by New York. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Here's Curry with the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got the lead up to 10 now for New York. And it's Williamson missing.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet. Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
Shaq's shot is off.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they wanted to take.
2 minutes.
screen by Allen. To the inside.
Assistant, Stephen Curry.
Oh, man, what a play by Allen. He really packs a punch.
For three, Mitchell. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
1:19 left to play here in the half. On its way from Curry for two. And he wheels that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
First personal foul, second team foul.
58 seconds left in the first half. Oubre, no one around him.
Kelly
Connects from three-point range.
3.
Oubre's got his first bucket of the game. He's on the board with three. It's good on the putback.
If there's one player out there you have to box out, it's Reese. He feasts on the offensive glass. Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Oh my goodness. We can feel those Zion dunks over here.
Here's Reese. 15-point game. Paul with the bucket.
Good work offensively, spacing out the D.
Pass to Williamson. Takes it inside. And finished off by Williamson.
Yeah, if Zion gets a runway, nothing is going to stop him.
They get the rebound. Here's Shaq. Paul. And three chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And so it's New York sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Timeout called.
Louisville calls timeout.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Round of applause for your dance team.
New York leading by 14. And here's Brunson outside.
Jalen
Drains it from beyond the arc. Brunson's got his team on the board first here in the second half for New York. Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at him. But it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
And so it's Louisville following the score by New York.
And what a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell.
Second
That's
personal
foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Brunson outside. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Garnett.
Can't overplay Brunson to shoot. He will go right past you.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Louisville. Goodness. Oh, and that one, no question possession, powered it down.
Incredible, the lift off the floor, the creativity in the air. Highly real effort there by Maxey.
Personal foul.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
A pretty nimble guy. Maxey mixes up the defender with that dribble move to create space.
And stolen by Maxey. And here's the fast break. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. New York leading by 12. Pass to Brunson. Towns, the screen.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Over in the corner, Shepard. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Oubre can't get it to go. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Oh, he jams it right over Kelly Oubre. Wow!
When she goes to the bucket like that, the length of Reese is tough to stop.
Now Shepard. Towns for 3. Finished off by Shepard.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the bench.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
New York leading by 10. Right wing. Here's Brunson. And the jump by Brunson.
How about the hops from Brunson, scaring the rim a little bit there.
From deep, Maxey. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Maxey's got 7.
Well, a big key to jump shooting is staying consistent with your mechanics.
And he just dangles. From the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 7. Pulls up from the corner. And again, it's Louisville converting.
And this is what Mitchell delivers for his team. He's an efficient shooter you can rely on for buckets. And look at hanging in the air, double pump, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow.
Well, good job there getting to his spot. That was a good-looking 3.
Shoots the 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. He's got 5.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting lead. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Well, through 3 quarters. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so it's Louisville with it. Pass to Stewart. Back to Curry. Wade outside. Misses the 3. New York leading by 11. Here's Shepard. That 3 off the mark.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Curry. Good.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
Make some noise, fans.
New York with the ball. They're leading by 8. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Doesn't take much for Maxey to find a lane to the rim.
Outside Curry. Inside. A slam dunk by Johnson.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Down low. Morning. And he hammers that one right down into the face of Jalen Johnson.
And keeping that head on a swivel, Maxey anticipating his man to be there off that pick and roll and delivers a nice dime.
And it's Maxey with the ball for New York. 8-point game. To the middle. Noah with it. 4 on the clock. And again, it's New York.
And what a shot by Noah, wasting no time getting that one off.
Curry goes inside. And Curry throws it down hard.
That is not possible. What we just is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Pass to Curry. Over Maxey. The shot by Curry, no good. New York leading by 10. Maxey with it. Wade picks him up. Puts up a 3. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Curry outside. It's rebounded by New York. It's stolen by Wade. From the arc. Louisville, no good that time either. Here's Maxey. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
Tyrese
Traps in the tray.
3 points.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
New York with the ball. From deep 3-point territory. And Oden pulls it down. Wade for 3. Johnson with the rebound. Knocked loose. Curry with the steal. Johnson right side. Inside. And it's Oden finishing it off.
Well, you know, for a 6'9" wing, Johnson puts up really good assist numbers.
Tyrese.
And that one's good. Maxey.
Well, good luck guarding that.
New York
That's
foul.
impressive ball
Tyrese
control.
Maxey. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
That's good from Stephen
For
Curry.
Louisville, Stephen Curry. 2 shots.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Maxey in the lane.
Tyrese
And
Maxey.
slam dunk by Maxey.
Yeah, it seems like every night we get someone trying to break the glass.
So no problem for New York as they get the win.
That's the end
This
of the
one
game.
was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure did. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For my friends Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. So long.